If you like the content of this channel, consider supporting us by using patreon.com or using Brave Payments. Click below in the description. What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? My name is Rex. This is your Daily Chat Season 3, Episode 12 for May the 24th, 2018. How's everybody doing today? I have got that crazy hair going on. There was a lot of news. Not a lot of news, but there was some pretty interesting news today. But unfortunately, about 7 hours ago, the news was announced by Jenna Bain that TotalBiscuit has lost his battle with cancer. And we all knew this day was inevitable. He knew this day was inevitable based on the Reddit post that he had made telling us as much. It's really sad and it's really scary because TotalBiscuit and I are the same age. And it's scary to watch one of your peers go like that to something that really should never have struck him to begin with. Like his cancer he had was an old man's cancer, and while we all joke that, you know, he was an old man at heart, I don't know, it's not right. And I don't think I can, in all good knowledge, I don't think I can willfully want to talk about some of the other, like, quippy news today about, like, Pornhub getting into VPN services or Netflix rising as a star in the corporate world by overtaking Disney in the last 24 hours. While all that stuff is very fun and something I want to cover, I think today I want to I just want to get my thoughts out there about TotalBiscuit today, because I'll be totally honest. It's not that I didn't like TotalBiscuit. I loved his content. I've interacted with the guy one time in my whole life. It wasn't a super pleasant experience, and this was way back, like, when cynicalbrit.com first launched, so back in like 2010. So this was a long time ago, and I enjoyed his content. I enjoyed his content immensely. In fact, some of my most favorite games I've played, such as what the hell's that zombie game? I don't remember what it's now called. Dead Pixel, I got off of TotalBiscuit's recommendation. I got Nimbus off of TotalBiscuit's recommendation. He did a lot for the gaming industry. For a guy who started off in radio, and then to somebody who was just making WoW Cataclysm content, what at the time appeared just to be for the fun of it because he was in the beta, he blew it up into a career, into a full-blown career. And one thing I've always liked about TotalBiscuit, while I've disagreed with his personality, I've always admired his business savviness. Always. TotalBiscuit was business savvy to the nth degree, man. He knew how to market anything. He knew how to make it sellable. If you just need an example, look at all of the t-shirts he sold. He sold t-shirts, posters. He had a thriving Twitch channel subscription. He had subs on his Twitch channel for somebody who never had alerts, never had flashiness. Everything was like, you sub to me because you like me, but that's it. Like, no acknowledgement whatsoever. And I've always admired that about him. I've always been blown away by how savvy he was. And of course, he could have probably gotten far, but he never would, I think, gotten as far without having his networking abilities. If you look at TotalBiscuit's history, he networked like crazy, especially in his early days. And even reading through the thousands of posts that I saw today on Twitter talking about him and his legacy, one thing I always saw was his work ethic was second to none. And that's something that I've taken with me personally, is the fact that I always did admire his work ethic. From the days of Shoutcraft to Blue Please to the Game Station, early co-optional, later co-optional, his work ethic was just to the next level. He was really a next gen player. And yeah, it's just one of those things, man. I just don't know. I know for me personally, this will sound callous, but I'm just throwing this out there because in the interest of being honest and not being fake. For me personally, look, my life is not gonna be hindered by this loss because TotalBiscuit and we weren't friends. He didn't know I existed. Obviously, I knew he existed, but that was kind of a one-way street. But at the end of the day, I still respect the guy. Everything he did for this industry, everything he did for this medium, whether it be YouTube, the game industry as a general whole, even streaming. He did a lot for a lot of different... Anytime he stepped into a medium, he made it his damnedest mission to be the very, very best at it. And I think we can see that. If we look at co-optional, average concurrent viewership of like 13 to 20,000 people. Just stupid high viewership. If we look at his early days of WTF is, stupid high viewership. Hearthstone, stupid high viewership. Whenever he put his mind down to something, he made sure he was the very best and the number one in that field. What's up, Dexter? What's up, Doom? How you guys doing? And the thing I can't imagine today is, one, Jenna Bane is obviously clearly devastated. She put out a tweet, and now mind you, I never followed their Twitter feed because it was never really my thing. But there was as I was reading through, the TotalBiscuit was trending today, obviously. And let me pull up Jenna Bane's profile here. She had oh my god, it was just so... This one really kind of struck me here. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. This was from May 20th. Gonna do my best today to get co-optional to air on Tuesday. It's been difficult for me this week, sadly. TB is in home hospice, and I wake up every 10 minutes to make sure he's still breathing. That has to just be the worst kind of feeling, man. Like, that is just so painful to even have to read, yet alone have to live through. I can't imagine just how devastated Jenna Bane is right now. And to say something like, my thoughts and prayers are with her, that is so pointless. That doesn't do anything. And I'm actually happy to say that while reading the hashtag TotalBiscuit, didn't see a lot of that. Which is good because it doesn't do anything. It's meaningless and hollow words. But more than Jenna, you have to wonder how TB's family's taking this. Like his mom and his dad, because they're still alive. And they're gonna have to lay their son down. Like, that is something like, it's always been said that a parent should never have to bury their child. And I don't know why, this one in particular just kind of really struck. And like I said, I think it's because him and I are the same age, that there was at least some point of reference for me to look at. And yeah, I can't imagine what's gonna happen here. Like, I'm sure Jenna's a strong woman. She'll bounce back in time. I'm sure Co-optional is going to do some grand tribute, which I really hope they do a grand tribute to TotalBiscuit, because he really did rocket up those careers for people. I'm sure E3, with E3 being around the corner on June 12th, that gives companies plenty of time to get tributes made, to announce. I'm guessing he's going to be a boss in an upcoming battle, or some games are going to be dedicated to him in his memory. I'm sure a lot of things. I'm betting Devolver Digital will probably have some big announcement involving TB. But I think all of us were acutely aware of how bad the situation was. I don't think any of us were so aware that we could have predicted that this would happen within a month of his Reddit post. I don't think anyone saw that coming. And for the armchair doctors out there, I know they didn't see it coming. The best you would have had is a lucky guess, but no one knew. From his Reddit post, he really tried to avoid giving away so much information that people could calculate the stuff out. And I know he was in pain, especially with those spinal nodes. I'm sure they were trying to make him as comfortable as possible. Even he admitted that was the best they could do, was just make him pain free and comfortable for his last few days. And yeah, it's a loss. Like, I could have easily come on here and been a total POS and just like trashed it, but that I feel like this is one of those times that it wasn't warranted. TB wasn't a politician. TB wasn't a West Baptist church member. TB was a guy who played video games, talked video games. He, in most ways, he was video games. And for somebody who propelled up the genre and all this kind of stuff to such a new height, it's such a loss. Like, think about the game like Magicka. I don't think Magicka would have gotten to the popularity that it was without TB's promotion. Magicka, like, his coverage of Magicka was really kind of the catalyst for that studio's success. And, he really changed the way people thought. He changed people's perceptions of FOV sliders, of frame rates. He was the champion. He was the flag bearer of not 30 FPS frame rates. And because of him now, we have a new mindset in the gaming space of 60 frames is not enough. And he was the bearer for that. He was the flag bearer. I just, it's weird. I didn't think it was going to strike me this hard today. Like, I was at work when the news broke. And I read the news and I'm like, oh my God, that's so sad. And like, every break I would be on Twitter, like, reading up stories and stuff that people were writing. And it was so heartwarming. And the one thing I wish more people would do is tell this to people while they're alive. Because, and I'm going to use this line from the movie The Raid 2. Because it is kind of true. And I'm gonna paraphrase it just a little bit here. But talking for the honor of a dead man is so pointless. Like, TB will never hear the great stories people said to him or about him. TB will never get to hear all the great things people have to say about him. When he was alive, people were saying, that sucks. I'm really sorry. They were saying all the normal 5 phrases of doom kind of statement. but no one ever said it. No one I saw ever was willing to tell John. At least the stuff, at least, I don't recall ever seeing any videos or anything while he was still alive about this kind of stuff. And yeah, I really do hope that people going forward you say this to people, you say this to your content creators, say this to your friends, say this to your family, say this to your spouse, but say it while they're alive. Because when they're gone, they can't hear you anymore. And then all your words are just going into the ether, which is so pointless. Yeah, guys, I'll come back with daily chat tomorrow in the afternoon, and I'll cover like the story topics of today, and I'll cover the story topics of tomorrow. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I've been Arif, and I'll see all of you next time.